Hi, I'm Abigail.
Hi, I'm Lizzie.
I'm Aurora.
I'm Georgia.
I'm Emily.
And we're the last dinner party.
And we're doing Amoeba, What's in My Bag?
But in reality, we're both just addicts. I am not the girl I set out to be.
My first pick is this film. It's called House or Hausu. And it's a Japanese horror film from the 70s. And it's insane and amazing. It's about these group of schoolgirls who go and stay with a family member's house in the Japanese countryside, and things get spooky. The use of special effects, it's like very practical and very kind of weird. A lot of overlay and strange use of light, and it's really insane and really funny, also disturbing, and it's a big inspiration for us.
My first pick is this Brazilian album that's quite new, I think, like a couple of years old or something. I just found it on Spotify, and we were looking for music to listen to in the dressing room to, like, you know, just chill out in the many, many hours we were spending together. And this is like the perfect kind of chill out but like uplifting music. And there's a really good song called Electric Fish.
Electric fish in me, mama. Electric fish in me, mama. Electric fish in me, mama.
I picked Stockhausen Helikopter-Quartett. This like represents a very specific time in my life when I started studying contemporary composition, and I was introduced to serialism, which is like a whole different way of thinking about music. The idea that you can write music that people don't like and set out to write music that people don't like.
Like we do.
Like we do. It's just like so like different to pop rock world way of thinking. But no, I don't think he writes music because people don't like it. So this piece is interesting because it's a part of an opera, and he didn't want to write a string quartet. Someone was like trying to get him to write one, and then one day he had a dream of, he was like above 4 helicopters, and each helicopter was a different string player, and then he made it happen.
My first pick is CMAT, Crazymad For Me. CMAT's like on the forefront of the country music renaissance, I think, just globally. She's from Ireland, which is probably the most bad thing I could say about country music. She's fucking incredible, such a great voice, one of the most engaging and enigmatic performers we've like ever seen. When we saw her for the first time, it was just like, how do we do that? Like, how can we bring that energy? My favorite tracks from this are Whatever's Inconvenient and California. It's all so good. The one with John Grant, Where Are Your Kids Tonight, is also incredible. Yeah, huge fan, friend of the show.
I fall in love and out of love again. Whatever's inconvenient.
I'm going to start with Emily Remler, East to West. I discovered her when I was like studying jazz music at uni, and she kind of inspired me, and I thought about quitting so many times, but I came back to this and I was like, no, she can do it, so can you. And it's got some of her own tunes on here. I particularly like Blues for Herb. It's just like a classic blues structure, but yeah, it's a banger, a jazz banger. I transcribed her quite a lot. Her lines are quite like sort of classic jazz, but with a modern kind of twist on it. And I think she was kind of massively underappreciated at the time. And she died when she was like 30, which is pretty tragic.
My next pick is a bit of a blind purchase because I was in the Baroque section and I found this, and it's called The Play of Daniel, New York Pro Musica. And I'm just obsessed with the aesthetic and the way it's like been done. I'm a real sucker for like 50s to 70s medieval aesthetic. I think that's one of like the
the best. I don't know what this is. It's like a performance by a New York orchestra of some Baroque pieces, I think from the 50s. And it looks like there was also a play that was going on. So I'm sad that I wasn't there to see it, but I'm gonna listen to it and imagine the little knights and Daniel.
You can do the play in your head.
I do, I will. I'll play all the parts.
My next pick is Donny Hathaway, who's one of my heroes. I think he just has the most amazing voice in history. This isn't actually the live album that I was hoping to find, but the Donny Hathaway section was absolutely rinsed. There's nothing there.
Someone's been here.
Yeah, someone's been here before me.
Was that the one, the jealous guy?
Yeah, the live jealous guy.
And I'm sorry I made you cry.
I think it's 1972.
Really,
the
like,
one that I really
70s
wanted.
mode.
Yeah, but yeah, Donny Hathaway is just a vocal icon.
There's no one more important to me. Baby, can't you see through?
She's massively unappreciated right now.
true.
Laura Mvula.
She don't stop, she don't stop, she don't stop.
I'm so glad. I was looking everywhere. And then someone was like, she's over here. There's a couple of CDs. Listening to this album, I was like, oh, orchestrated songs. How beautiful. And she does it masterfully. And she's an amazing singer. And I found this so inspiring. And love you, Laura Mvula.
And I'll fly on the wings of a butterfly, high as a treetop.
I've gone for The Well-Tempered Synthesizer by Wendy Carlos. She is a pioneer of electronic music. She composed the music for The Shining and a lot of other amazing soundtracks. This record is really cool because it's an interpretation of classical music, like traditional classical music, on synthesizer. She was it's really, really cool. And she was kind of the first person to do that. And when she did it, people were like, thought that it was desecrating classical music because they hadn't heard it interpreted in this way. It's like, yeah, but it's like Bach, Handel, people like that.
This is my next pick. It is the second album by St. Vincent. We are very big St. Vincent fans in this band, I will say.
It's an understatement.
We kind of manifested meeting her and kind of everything. I have a guitar, I play her guitar. My dad introduced her to me probably when I was about like 14. Like he just found the CDs, like the local music shop, and we played it in the car quite a lot. I just think it's like really fresh and modern. It's like a fresh spin on rock that sounds quite unique, I think. And I really love her guitar writing, like the guitar parts. I particularly like Black Rainbow, like the outro is so epic. It's like changes key like every 10 seconds or something. And then also Marrow, I'd recommend listening to as well.
My next pick is Shabazz Palace's live at Third Man Records, and you didn't have the one that I wanted, which is my favorite Shabazz Palace's record, Black Up, I think.
Hey, here we stand, slave to networks, master plans, swags the brand, open a can, change off still, yeah, I never ran.
But I got this one because it's live. I've never seen them live, so I was like, maybe I will listen. Again, another live picturing experience, but it's Ishmael Butler, and I don't know if it's always just him or if it's him and different combinations of people, but he's the voice. It's a hip-hop act, and it's just so good. It's so singular, especially on Black Up. It's like really jazzy and weird and syncopated and sparse, and he's just got this really like amazing, like rich voice, very sexy, and he's just really cool. So I hope one day I can see him, but for now I'll just listen and pretend that I'm there.
This shit don't got no lid, no gangsta sound, no pop, no trend. My killer beat is not your friend.
My next pick is Cecile McLaurin Salvon.
I have fallen deep
She's a current like jazz singer, French-American jazz singer. And she, similarly to Donny Hathaway, just has like one of those voices that is unforgettable. She's so precise with her vocal style, it's amazing. I might have sent you a video.
Maybe.
But she does a lot of like...
This cover as well, this is so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I can't remember listening to it.
She did, I saw her first like on TikTok and she did a cover of that, the song from the Book of Mormon, Being Alive.
Someone to need you too much. Someone to know you too well.
Is it from the Book of Mormon?
Maybe.
It's from a musical.
Yeah.
Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot.
And I'd never heard it before. And I thought it was a jazz song. I thought it was like an old classic jazz song. She did it. And like her pianist, her accompanist is amazing.
Ooh, stick that on the dressing room.
Yeah, it's beautiful. She really changes like the way I think about singing.
Pauline Oliveros, again, kind of similar time to Stockhausen. I came across her and she kind of changed my thinking about listening to music and just listening and hearing and the difference between the two in general. She's a kind of pioneer of deep listening. And I think it's just an interesting mindset to get into, to just sit and listen to sounds, and once you frame it in that way in your mind, you start to notice different things and experience the world differently. And she made this one really good point, which I love. She was like, if more people, like engineers, spent time listening instead of just hearing, it would bring up our quality of life. Because yeah, we don't spend much time thinking about this, except in record stores where you're playing great music. But just in general, like in life, walking across the street, thinking about how things sound, completely changes your mood and how you feel. That's why we listen to music.
This record by Molly Lewis, she is a whistler. There's no words on this record, it's just whistles, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like really haunting, very delicate sometimes. I don't know how she does it. I first heard about her because she was opening for Wise Blood. It's just insane. It's very, I feel like you could hear it kind of coming over a desert, you know, the whistles and the wind. It's beautiful, highly recommend.
I'm gonna do the Slits next.
I want to satisfy this empty feeling.
I particularly like Typical Girls, but everything on here is great. Love the sort of punk energy and like not caring what people think, and it just kind of sounds like freedom, really.
Don't think too clearly.
My next pick is a film soundtrack, and it's Luca Guadagnino's Suspiria, soundtrack by Tom York. This film is the best remake of all time, I think, because I love the original Suspiria so much, and it's so special and precious, and this film is just such a brilliant development of it. And I know that apparently Argento doesn't like it, but I like it, so this cover also is like, makes my eyes hurt, and that's kind of cool. Most of it is really just kind of like very scary, like discordant, you know, horror movie music. Especially Volk is really good, like the when they're doing the dance. The opening scene has a song called Suspirium, which is kind of, I think, maybe the only song on this that has Tom York singing. And it's just the most beautiful song of like all time.
Is the darkness ours to take?
My next pick was this Nick Drake covers record, because I love Fontaine's DC, and I saw that they covered cello song.
Don't forget this cruel world.
But I didn't realise it's part of a whole like compilation of loads of people on here. Self-Esteem.
Oh yeah, and look, and one of him doing Bob Dylan.
Oh, cool.
This is a great.
This, yeah, it's in the Bomb Bicycle Club as well, Aurora. Yeah, no, I didn't know they did this, and I love Nick Drake. And I love lots of the people on here, so I'm definitely going to take this home and listen to all of them.
It's a pink moon.
Arctic Monkeys, The Car.
The space setter tingles
Again, like the orchestration is beautiful and it's really nice because I've been a fan of this band for yonks. So it's nice to see a band progress musically and artistically. I feel like this album, it got a lot of shit that it didn't deserve. I think it's a great album.
Justice for the Car.
Justice for the Car is such a good album, and it does like show their musical maturity, whatever that means.
leading to almost where
Chosen this Minnie Riperton record. I actually don't know it, but I love Minnie Riperton's voice, so I was just like, I'm gonna get that. And one thing I love about Minnie Riperton is just like how to phrase this delicately. She's like unapologetically like very horny in her music, and I fucking love that. I think it's so excellent to hear this like beautiful, elegant, amazing voice just talking about sex just straight up, and she makes it sound pretty good.
Mystical moves making me flow free.
Joe Satriani, an anthology. I know what got me into this. It was a YouTuber who like I admired, who played guitar, called Jess Lewis, and she used to do like loads and loads of Joe Satriani covers on her channel. That kind of got me into this, and yeah, I just went through a massive phase of trying to learn the songs.
Awesome, well thank you so much for shopping with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
That was so fun, thank you.